What's up, everybody? Happy Friday and welcome to Titan Lifestyle with me and Big Dru.
That's right. It's Titan Lifestyle. We are back. It's Friday. It's a beautiful day outside
Yes.
for us, anyways.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It's cold everywhere else. I mean, it's cold here for us.
But 60 and sunny is, I mean, we're complaining, but
Yeah,
everywhere else
of
is
course.
miserable.
Yeah, they're definitely miserable in the last week or two, I should say, in some of these places. They have not been doing good at all. And like places you wouldn't even think of. I know
Yeah.
people in Tennessee lost their power because of the storm.
Yeah.
And it's not raining storm. We're talking about ice storms and
Yeah.
snow and like all this stuff. So
I know there's a lot of sickness, flus, and sneezing and stuff going on. So
yeah. But that's perfect if you guys need an immune system booster. If you guys have that cold, that yickiness that's not going away, and all kinds of different antibiotics and everything else, I would definitely recommend a tight immune system boosting therapy.
Yeah.
And we have multiple. So if you guys have questions about that, just call or text 727-389-3220.
Also, glutathione. You can add glutathione to your immune.
Yeah.
You want to get a little bit more out of it too. But
Yeah.
I know glutathione works great. Not just making the sickness go away, but preventing it from happening.
Yeah.
It's kind of like over here at Time, we're always preventing. Like, don't wait for engine light to come on and fix it.
Yeah.
Keep it maintained. So
absolutely.
one a day glutathione is what I do, and that's been helping a lot as well too.
Great for the immune system, great antioxidant. So at that point, oxidative stress, all these great things. So mother of antioxidants, definitely a good one. So if you guys have any questions, like I said, just call the office staff. They'll go over everything for you. And at that point, maybe you can make a decision on which one you want to do, or maybe some of the different therapies that we might have. This week me and Dru were literally just talking about AI and how AI has been changing and all these crazy things from now you see. I think the trending thing is, and Dru just showed me his, was the cartoon character of themselves.
Yeah.
Everybody's, if you scroll on social media, you're probably seeing it. And it looks pretty cool. It's like very definitive, like it hits everything. It's right on, spot on.
Yeah.
Right? And it's super cool. Like that's just something that you would just enter in ChatGPT with a picture and say, "Listen, make me a cartoon character." And you can put other parameters in there too. Make me have an 8-pack, maybe gain 10 pounds, whatever it is. So we have some ideas of how we're going to use AI in the future.
Yeah, it's interesting just because everybody, like, people are using AI so much and filters now. It's like, what's real? So even I mean, filter is like an extreme version, or AI is an extreme version of a filter. But it just seems kind of like who's real? Like,
really don't know. You really don't know.
People in person, it's like, whoa, like
you might think that is a person.
Yeah.
And it's AI.
Yeah.
I mean, there's people that follow models and stuff like that. I was just telling you, OnlyFans, Instagram, thinking it's a real person, sending money to the person, and it's not a real person, or it's somebody else with an avatar of this hot girl or guy, whatever it could be, because it could be on both ends.
Yeah, I was victim to it a few days ago. Instagram, getting messages, this and that, go to the person's page, okay, whatever. And after a while, I'm like, wait a minute, is this scene? So I even called the person out, which I thought was a person. Are you AI? And they said, busted.
Oh.
Yeah. So even AI admitted that they were AI. Dang. They said busted, and then it just continued having the conversation.
Dang, that's awesome.
So I mean, and I know it's good for lonely people. Lonely people can go on there and have conversations all day long.
Sure.
So it's like, I mean
it's going to be for production too as well. I mean, obviously, like I just seen that Tesla was talking about shutting down like one of the Texas plants, and they were building like their Model S, Model X cars, and at that point they're going full humanoid. So those robots are going to be coming here very shortly. I mean, they're already starting to mass produce some of these different things. So it's just going to be a crazy world. And AI, the way it's taking over as far as knowledge and technology, automation, and all these different things, it's really crazy.
I think it's good for crime. It helps fight crime.
Yeah.
Especially with the cameras and the audio. And a couple of weeks back, we're talking about how they can do the 911 calls.
Yeah.
See, the AI with the whole robots, once they have robot police officers, you can't outrun a police officer.
I mean,
you can't like fire if someone's trying to fire at it. It's not going to injure.
Well, I mean,
it's going to be like charging at the person, getting bullets just ricocheting off, handling what it has to do. Gas isn't going to affect it. Fire's not going to affect it. Water's not going to affect it.
I don't think even if you were trying to run from the robot on the ground, the drone in the air is going to follow you.
Exactly. And they have the dogs. They have the robotic dogs.
I mean, literally,
they could jump and they could do all that. So
they could go in places. Yeah, you're not going to blow them up. They could fire on you. I've seen ones that have they're armed now.
Yeah.
So
I always wondered because like dogs and horses, like they have horses sometimes here in Tampa and Ybor. they're known as a law enforcement officer. Like I remember a while back, I was working security in Ybor in Tampa, and like one of the guys punched one of the police horses.
Yeah, you're in trouble.
And he got battery on a law enforcement officer.
Absolutely.
He got battery on a Leo. So I wonder if when the robots come, now you're not even, it's not even a living thing, but it's a robot, AI, police officer. If you damage the robot, is it going to be battery on Leo or is it going to be damaging police property? So it's almost going to be like a whole, and then once they do have that, now it's going to be like, is it human rights or tech? They're going to have tech rights. They're going to have tech rights.
Android rights.
Yeah,
right. It's going to be a whole different level. It can't be a human, obviously, but you know, at that point, they're going to have some sort. They're going to have some sort of structure or constitution for them. But you know,
is it vandalizing or is it?
It would probably be vandalizing, you know, police property or something like that to start. But we'll see how more advanced it gets. You know, I mean, that's the thing. Like it's just crazy how that's working. And then, you know, the other thing that they're doing right now, it's kind of crazy. And they've been doing this for a couple of years. They've been doing predictions on criminals, and this was in a movie like with Tom Cruise before, where it was, you know, they would predict these criminals were going to do something and got to them beforehand, before they could do it.
Wow.
So the way that I seen it was, I was telling you about the software this guy built for me. He has all the clients, everything they do, everything they take, all their blood tests. The AI in that software is predicting what health ailments that these patients might occur in the future.
How long has it been doing that?
2 days.
That's awesome.
Oh, so it hasn't been long enough to see if it's accurate yet.
I seen it start loading and then it was just calculating and going through the numbers and averaging out. It was averaging out totals for orders, it was averaging out blood testing for people, and then it was predicting the health ailments or what the predicted protocol should be.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Literally.
Yeah.
The guy's like, dude, this will replace all your staff. You won't need nobody. He said, you won't need him. You won't need those. You won't need nothing. He said it does the advertising, it produces the videos, it produces the statics, it produces and then it just refines. I'm just like, well, I was literally, guys, I was blown away. The guy just got 35 patents in like, I don't know, 2 or 3 months. Like I was seriously blown away by what he has done. And he's like, nobody's ever done this in the world. What he just did. And I'm like, for real, and I've never seen it, so I'm like, for real? Because when I went to A4M, there was a ton of people at AI software and all that, and like I went through some of the programs because obviously I want to implement something here, and it was just crazy, bro. So, I mean, you know, so you got to watch because I was showing, you know, Drew an app. It's called HeyGen, and it's one of the most popular apps for AI cloning. So cloning you, cloning your voice, whatever you want to do. So it's made for people that don't want to shoot content. Shoot themselves one time, and then you can have it say whatever you want from there on out for any ads, for any education, for whatever you want. So it's super cool in that light because you only have to clone yourself one time.
And the thing with the one you're mentioning too, it's a lot more accurate too. It's clear. Like some of the ones you see of the president or political figures or actors, actresses, when they do it, it's kind of like you can see the mouth's kind of off. But the one you showed me was like, whoa, like
it's pretty scary.
Yeah,
it's pretty scary. It'd be like somebody doing this and then you're sending this video to somebody and it had really hate speech or something in there, just like crazy, right? They're like, look at this video, and then you know, then you have people split. Is that real or is that AI? You know, and then you have that list because it's so hard to tell, and not everybody has software that determines this was an AI video, right? Like you have to get like really technical people to do something.
And then AI is gonna get, if it's like that now, and AI is kind of new, not new, but it's kind of new.
Yeah.
Just imagine 10 years how advanced that's gonna be.
Nuts.
It's probably gonna be built into your iPhone already, where you could just go on there and say, I want to send someone a text message and be like, hey, send this, blah blah blah, and it'll be a video message. And with the waterfall in the background with the fireworks going off, and make sure it's July and
it's nuts. It's nuts. And you know,
people are going to have no brains in 30, 40 years.
And this will start coming into the health and fitness side. That's kind of why I wanted to lead into it, because as we start evolving with AI and these different diagnostic tools that we have, we're going to be able to search out different things. I mean, you can already do it now with genetic testing and see what's in your genetic makeup, what could possibly happen to mutation in your genetic makeup that could cause a certain kind of cancer. I know breast cancer patients, like, or pre-breast cancer patients will take this. Like I know Sharice, like it showed like, you know, estrogen positive tissues and like other genetic flaws and like, so it's something that people can get done. But as we evolve and as these diagnostic tests evolve, all this information and data is going to AI. And AI doesn't forget, just accumulates. It accumulates
Fast.
information and it processes that data. So, we're going to be able to tell stuff about us, about our bodies, even now. So, like, pharmaceutical companies are using AI, and they're using AI for two different reasons. One, to come up with new drugs, and they can do it in milliseconds.
Yeah.
They've produced a couple new antibiotics because we haven't produced an antibiotic that's been FDA approved in a long time.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Yeah,
Have you ever heard of an antibiotic that's came out new?
The same ones.
Same one.
Yeah.
After penicillin, all that. There was a couple other ones. Moxicillin. You got Augmentin. You got, there's a couple other ones, but there's not many.
Doxycycline
and just doxycycline is another one.
Yeah.
And there's two versions of that.
That's actually one that I was using
Levaquin,
now because I've been sick.
And that's Doxy is usually good for the skin. It's good for a couple of different things.
Yeah, I'm allergic to penicillin, so a lot of times they give me those funny ones.
Right. They have to give you another off, but it just really depends. But that's what it is. So my point to that is that, like, gonorrhea per se, right? There is untreatable gonorrhea that's out there. Like, literally, you can't treat it. Like, it's antibiotic resistant. So it's
you're screwed for life.
You're pretty screwed. I mean, they have to throw a major cocktail at people usually when it's something like that. So coming up with these new antibiotics to treat some of these different bacterias is going to be key for us going in the future, guaranteed. The other thing it does is it can do rapid testing on drugs, see if it works, see if it's gonna. You don't have to let it sit for 30 days per se, right? It will automatically
interactions too, right? Interactions.
Yep, it'll do interactions too as well. So, it's gonna help. I think in the future, or even if we do the software with this guy, people have a portal to go on, have all their information in one place, and have the data like tell you really what's going on. Instead of you guessing, right? We're going through it'll have all your blood tests, and it'll say this is the trend in your blood test and your complete blood cell counts. Right?
It's crazy how much more work can get done with AI.
Way more productive.
It's not just you don't have to hire so many employees.
Right.
Production's gonna like double, triple, quadruple.
Yeah.
All the thinking.
Yeah.
Like back in the day, you have to tell someone, "Hey, go look up this stuff and blah blah blah." And they have to spend hours and hours to come up with something that you could ask AI. The other day, I was trying to see how quick AI could go.
Yeah.
So I would ask it a question on ChatGPT. I would ask it a question. As soon as you ask it a question, it'll say, "Do you want me anything more?"
Right.
You always put yes.
Right.
So I just put yes, and I just kept typing yes as fast as I could. Like as it was typing, I would hit yes, and send it, and it was like a joke to it. It was just
no way.
I couldn't even type yes fast enough. Wow. And it was sending long, like sometimes like you. So I was just like yes, and I was like, how quick is that? I just kept doing it, and it was sending like. And it wasn't shortening it because I was hitting yes. It was still like all the correct information.
Wow.
So I wonder how long it would go.
I don't know. It would probably just keep going on forever.
Yeah.
I was
end up writing a book.
Dude, I was listening to Elon Musk.
Tell us to write you a book.
Yeah. They literally could. Elon Musk was saying the other day, because so much energy needs to be produced for AI. Like, they need energy. Yeah. They said he said in 30 to 36 months, they'll be on the moon with AI gathering energy. They said it's easier to gather energy on the moon than it is here because you're closer to the sun. Oh, like, holy shit! Oh, this is crazy, bro. Like,
Elon's on it.
It's crazy. So
lives.
Yeah, we've got some questions here.
AI questions.
Can AI spot health risk earlier than doctors using symptoms alone? Not symptoms alone, but blood work and diagnostic testing. Yes, they are showing that, like, so radiologist, right? Radiologist looks at your X-rays. They said that AI is 99.8% accurate, and it beats out every radiologist in the country.
Wow.
And speed to do it too. Doesn't take 10 minutes to turn around, it takes 2.
Yeah.
Like, literally. So, think about that. Because radiologists, doctors, plastic surgeons, anybody in the medical field, anybody in life is a person. And people deal with all kinds of emotions, sickness, whatever. And that could bring down their thinking, their reaction time, what they're doing that day, or maybe emotions getting affected. Maybe their girlfriend or wife cheated on them. They're thinking about that constantly the day. That's affecting their work. This will never happen with AI.
Yeah, exactly.
This will never happen with
Yeah,
AI.
there's no
You can care
there's
less.
no
Humans.
no relationships, no dating in the workplace with AI.
And that goes both ways, right? Like you won't get no emotion and stuff like that. But if you're on the other side and maybe somebody cuts you a break sometimes because that's just the human way, and if you can talk yourself into anything, that will never be there either.
Yeah.
So there's no sliding by.
No convincing.
No, there's no convincing or no emotion factor with AI. So it's a give and take, I think, to a certain extent. But it'll be good because it is consistent. I think obviously consistency is everything and everything we do. So that is number one for us. Can AI identify patterns in blood work that humans usually miss? It probably could. Not everybody. I'm sure there's providers out there that are very detailed oriented with their going down the blood work, but like I said, 99.9% of the time, AI is going to catch every single thing. It's going to tell you every single thing. The problem with AI right now is you have to tell it sometimes to be truthful. Sometimes it can make up its own stuff too. So you always have to be factually accurate. If you put that in your thing, then it'll give you that.
It's like crazy because like someone was mentioning the other day that they said bro or something, cuzzo, just like, yeah, okay. And then now, ever since they said bro to AI,
yeah,
the AI responds by calling him bro. Like, yeah, like, hey, bro.
Oh man, that's funny. Can long-term zinc use lower copper dangerously?
I don't think it can.
No, no. I think that zinc is it's something that you can take in daily, and I think zinc is obviously good in its own way. But this is something that maybe you should look at both things. Can you go up, please?
Mm-hmm.
Please, up. Thank you. But when copper is something that you should watch out for too as well. I mean, but this is something that's needed. This is not something overdue. But GHKCU, and with that copper and that mix, it's a good one. And if you're sticking to that daily dose, even if you're taking zinc, you'll be fine.
Also, if you're taking long-term zinc, if you're taking it orally, I wouldn't recommend that because there's so many fillers and stuff with the oral zinc.
Yeah.
We have products that have zinc in it, but I know Titan also has zinc by itself. You can get like a big jug of just straight zinc.
Yeah.
So if you're doing long-term, I would recommend to do the injectable zinc over the oral. You're gonna get better results and less fillers. So long-term, you don't want those fillers long-term building in the digestive system.
And think about it: if you have injectable zinc and then you have injectable copper, with GHK, at that point you're hitting a lot of different things. You're getting the best absorption, best transportation rate. Your dose is going to be right. So, that's a winner all the way around. Titans love you. Thanks, Joe. We appreciate it. Official Charlotte, thank you. Sammy, why do some people crash after IV therapy instead of feeling energized? I don't know too many people that have crashed after IVs with us anyway.
What specific IV therapy? IV is IV is just a course of administration. There's a lot of different stuff you could actually put in that bag.
Yeah.
I've never felt drained after it.
You shouldn't feel drained after an IV. Unless you're already drained beforehand or maybe you're sick or whatever, then you're not probably going to feel the best. And that's not because of the IV, it's just you don't feel good. So at that point, just look at it as far as what you're intaking, I guess. If there's things like maybe too much magnesium or like something like that, you might feel a little off, but that should be dosed correctly, and whoever's doing the IV should know that. So there's a couple of things that might make you feel a little off per se, but at that point you shouldn't feel like you're ready to crash. Definitely not. All right. You are right. Appreciate it. Is glutathione better for detox or oxidative stress controls?
Both. Yeah, both.
It's a winner in both categories. It's not a better either or. It does both for sure. So I think that's the way. Andreas, please stop clicking between the scenes, bro. Just leave it simple and just move it up easy because it's too much of a distraction for us on here on the screen, and we're trying to read this. Thank you.
Laura said, hunger increase on growth peptides, a good or bad sign? I would say it's a good sign if you want to eat more, a bad sign if you're overeating. I know at MK677, it makes me and other people eat a lot, so just make sure you're eating the right food. So I think that's more of a personal goal. If you're eating too much, but some of them don't increase your appetite at all.
No, I mean, so
not all, and like all of them do that.
No. I mean, you're talking about MK that really does increase, your hunger as far as that goes. The other ones don't really increase the G-Rone like that. Now, think about this. If you're working out hard and you're starting to get into this consistently, your body is going to need more fuel, and then you might be a little bit more hungrier. And this is where multiple meals come in per day.
Calorie deficit.
It's not like eating 5 or 6 like huge gigantic meals. It's portioned out, and that's why people do it. The metabolism's burning. You want to keep burning. You're feeding it, so it's like, all right, cool. We're going to keep burning the food that's coming in.
Yeah.
If you stop eating, the time's like, well, we don't know when we're going to get our next meal.
Yeah.
Let's hold on to this. That's where water retention, these things come into play.
That's why you see people that for the most part, people that are the leanest, are the most strict, eat the most. They eat the most often. So you can work on the flip side too. If you haven't gained weight, I've had clients in the past where they've been skinny their whole life. I'm trying to gain weight. I could do whatever. My whole family's skinny. So I tell them to eat 3 big meals, the same amount of food, the same weight on your whole day, but just break it down to 2 or 3 meals. Their metabolism is getting slower. They need to get slower, or most people need to get faster. So even if you're eating twice the amount of pounds or ounces of food on the daily, just break it up. You feel a lot better.
For sure. And your body's utilizing it when it needs it. You're not going over your calories, not spilling over.
Your body becomes a machine. Like when you just start eating and drinking water, like it's like a machine.
It is.
Yeah.
It really is. If you're doing the right things, your body is going to react. I mean, it's going to react. A lot of people, they only do 1 or maybe 2 things out of this bunch. You do the right things, I'm telling you, you're going to get some results one way or the other. Even if your hormones are off. And I always preach hormones are foundation. It's going to be fighting up a hill, a battle, but you're going to get some results. I'm not saying you're going to get like super results, but at that point, your nutrition turns around, your activity turns around, sleep, water. I mean, you're probably gonna get some results. Now, it might plateau at a certain point, but you're going to start moving the needle a little bit. Can chronic inflammation block fat loss even in calorie deficits? So, chronic inflammation is horrible. Oxidative stress, changing the DNA. I mean, there's a lot of different things with inflammation, especially, and this can cause insulin sensitivity, like where you're not properly using insulin. Your insulin's like, hey, it's desensitized to what's coming in. So inflammation is another big one, and we have multiple anti-inflammation therapies from BPC to TB500, glutathione. Like there's a multitude of different things you can use for chronic inflammation or inflammation that you have, rheumatoid arthritis. I mean, so many different aspects.
I know Nandrolone will also help a little bit with the pain from the inflammation. Nandrolone BPC combo helps what I would recommend. Yeah. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a medical provider, but that's what I would do.
So you'll notice people in calorie deficits don't really lose sometimes. And that's why. It might be inflammation, might be cortisol. There could be some different things going on. Love from the NYC. What's going on, Sabrina? We appreciate it. Is frequent B12 masking anemia or fixing it? I mean, usually if you have good B12 levels, then you're usually not being anemic. If you're anemic, you need B12. So you're going to need to eat red meat or B12 or some sort of aspect. So it's not masking by any means. I mean, people need B12. It's something that's essential to our body to use. And you can find it in so many different places, in foods or injectables, and a lot work. Some people I see are low. I mean, they're usually vegan or some of that aspect. They're not getting a whole bunch of red meat or anything. And they really have to substitute with B12. So, it just depends on you and where you're at as far as what kind of diet you are, what your activity level is. Like, I mean, these things will ultimately affect the B12.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get into our topics. What was your topic for today, Drew?
My topic for today was combining type therapies. Make sure you combine the right ones. Just like what we were saying earlier, something like MK677 that makes you eat so much, I wouldn't recommend combining that with like a semi or a TERS or a Retta. That's just me. So I know a lot of times we've said in the past, I've got a couple messages asking, can I take this with this? Or can I mix this in the same syringe with this?
Right.
So it's kind of like, you don't want to go 2 different avenues. MK is kind of like something you would take to gain weight.
Right.
So you don't want to take a GLP-1, something you would lose weight at the same time.
Right.
So I know a lot of people where they want to take everything. I was one of those people where I wanted to take everything I could take. So just because you could order it and get it through type doesn't mean you should take it together.
No.
So that's kind of like the first one is MK with a GLP-1. I don't know if you have any other things that you think of where it's conflicting. Even though on paper you could do it, it's not a risk to your health.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like counterintuitive.
Yeah, so I mean, I'll get it with like MK, like, oh, let me take Tessa too, like testosterone or MK at the same time. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, listen, it'll work in two different ways, so I guess it's okay, but you're overlapping on that growth hormone level, right?
Yeah.
Like, so I mean, there's hardly anything I would say like don't double up on, but
I know for me, I had an issue with MK and IGF-1 LR3
really,
because it was just too much. I think too much the way my body did it. It was just too much. Now my diet was on point.
Yep.
I just held a little bit too much water.
Gotcha.
That was pretty much it. It wasn't like a health thing. It was just my ankles. I was just holding a little bit too much water, and I
Gotcha.
think at that point it was just I shouldn't have done that. But at the same time, I mean, it may have just been just me.
Yeah.
But at the same time, why would you take two things that are kind of doing the same thing?
I
You
agree.
know, so I mean,
I agree. I mean,
Yeah.
listen, there's ways to use certain things together, you know, even if you want to. I mean, it's all about a plan. It's not like you said, like taking everything we possibly have.
yeah.
I don't even do that.
I used to. I mean, I used to go into a supplement store and leave with like everything.
Yeah. I mean,
Like every vitamin you could get, like for no reason at all.
you just got to like, you know, like have some sort of plan. And if you don't have a plan, don't worry, we'll make a plan for you.
Yeah.
But you know, have some sort of plan and two top goals. I'm not gonna say three anymore. It's two top ones. What are the two top things you want to do? Like, don't even think about it. What are the two top things? And usually people can spit those out. All right, cool. We're gonna do those three things.
Yeah.
Right. All right. We check in 28 days later. Everything's going good. All right, let's stay on this plan for 28 more days. 28 more days, good. All right, cool. I'm where I want to be weight wise. You know, I want to do. What are the other two now? This. All right, cool. Let's stack those.
Yeah.
You know, and then at that point, if you need to maintenance some things, like if people on GLPs, they can microdose and maintenance some things if they want to do that. It's totally up to them.
Yeah. And also too, in terms of people seeing like they don't want to be a pin cushion.
Yeah.
They don't want to use so many injections. So a lot of the injections you can take, like combine them together.
Yeah.
If it's Hercules potion, if it's Titan bleed, if it's any of the healing peptides can be mixed into the same syringe. So if you're taking TB500 or BPC or whatever, you could mix those in the same. It's all oil. I mean, it's all water based, so you don't have to worry like that. So if you guys are worried about doing like point two of three different things, just do 0.6 and put it all in the same thing.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean that's another thing you can do too.
Yep. Oh, we have some awesome blends too.
Yeah.
Combining some major
Makes it
peptides
easy.
together.
That new one's easy.
Simple, easy, great effects. So, I mean, I looked at O'Hearn today. I was like, what the heck? He was like, I don't even know what's going on here. I'm like, dude, he's on one of those Titan transformation ones. And I'm like, it's working.
Yeah.
It's working. So, you know, that's a good thing. You know, as far as that goes, I mean, peptides are great, you know, and I guess, you know, this is kind of what I was writing down for this, so you guys can like kind of hear from me what I think about this, because I get this question all the time. But you know, basically, like, you know, medical peptides, you know, therapies involve licensed providers, clinical training, products sourced from compounding pharmacies intended for human use. Right? When you're going out there and you're buying from these influencers or whatever who have their own name on the vials, doesn't go through licensed provider. If you're out there, and this is the best way, I even talked to one of our doctors about this. He's like, look at it. These guys get read online. I'm like, okay. I was like, can you click that, put that into a cart, and just purchase it? He's like, yeah. I was like, well, that's not what you want. That's for sure. Because, for example, let's say it is Retta, and Retta has been out there through multiple, you know, companies, I guess, for research and chemical. If you have thyroid nodules or you have any contraindication, because there's contraindications with Retta, you have them, you're putting yourself at a super high risk. So at that point, like nobody's even looked at that. You don't know that, right? Like, most people have no idea what the contraindication is, right? And like, oh, well, I don't know. Like, my buddy over there has lost 20,000 with it. I should be fine, right? It's not the same. So, you know, if you guys are taking stuff and injecting stuff in your body, you guys should have a medical provider looking over what you're doing, sourcing it from a real source, and that's a compounding pharmacy, a 503A compounding pharmacy, and knowing what the product is that you're injecting in your body. I mean, I don't know, man. I see a lot of people out there that would cry and complain if you had, I don't know, sugar or whatever it is, but they'll inject whatever it is, right? It doesn't make no sense.
They're like, I don't want to do all natural honey, no Splenda, no artificial red number this, no processed. I only get pasture raised eggs, grass fed this. And then they order from a random site on a bottle with a label that just says what it is. The label just says like. It just says what it is. Like, and it's like off of a printer or a piece of masking tape with writing. I've literally seen masking tape.
Oh,
like the white master with a pen writing.
I'm sure.
Like, oh yeah.
I'm definitely sure.
I just brewed these up. You just brewed these? No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I don't want cellulitis.
What sterile?
I don't want cellulitis. I don't want cellulitis right now. I don't want abscess right now. I'm good.
I mean,
I just brewed these up. Like,
people don't understand, man. And I've seen like home brews, setups, and all that. I'm telling you guys, it's profit driven, and sterility is not too much.
And you got to think, the more it's out now too. Like there's these research companies, so many of them now. Like
oh my God.
10 years ago there was a lot less, and before that there was a lot less. So there's so many now that now it's like really bad.
It's really bad.
It's not like, oh yeah, there's some good ones like this. They're everywhere.
Yeah.
I'll look at my feed. It'll be like, yeah, you could order. It'd be like $1,800. Order now, and there's like a trunk load of peptides. I'm like, what the heck? Like, what is this? Like,
it's crazy. It's scary. But it's what the reality is right now. So
that's why the dosaging and the stuff is going way up.
He's smart.
People aren't getting like.
Well, that's the thing. Like,
they're getting like watered down stuff. They're like, I have to do a full ml. I'm like, my prescription says 0.15.
Dude, that's what
now it's feeling fine.
Yeah, so we got some people that are coming to us like, yeah, I was doing 100 units at a time, full ml. I'm like, and they started doing as 10.
But the thing is, that's the wave.
For sure.
Everyone's doing that.
For sure.
They're like one. If they do TPP or BPC, everything is one.
But dude, you guys inject real Retta at that, and you ain't gonna be feeling too good. Right. I'm telling you guys, unless you've worked your way up to that and it's real, I'm telling you, you're gonna get some nasty effects, man. So it should be like that. A little bit goes along with any GLP. So. You know, just be smart about what you guys are doing, please, and have some awareness and don't get into some of these different things. I don't care. It's like, oh, I can get it for $30. You know, you're charging $275. Well, there's a reason why.
Yeah.
There's a reason why.
You could also go to usedcars.com and buy a car for $5,000.
Right.
Next thing you know, engines.
Right.
Like,
it's blowing up on the street.
More engine. Like, Edward's got a good question.
All right. What do we got here?
This one we haven't answered.
Edward?
In patients with poor sleep architecture or elevated cortisol, does CJC 1295 meaningfully improve GH signaling at all, or does it mostly expose that GH release can be forced pharmacologically? So, all right, if you have poor sleep architecture or elevated cortisol, you need good cortisol down first. Usually that will help with good sleep. So at that point, what you need to do is you need to start getting the sleep on point. Now, the older you get, you know, your circadian rhythm might be off a little bit, or you stay up late. I don't know. Everybody's different, right? Like I was up to the point where I was going to bed at like 12 midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, wake up at 6:30 in the morning. Now I've been trying to like prioritize sleep when I'm at least in bed by like 10:30 and sleep by 11:30. You know, because it's important, right? So if you want to change your sleep architecture, there's a couple different ways you can do it. I think that CJC is good. It improves GH signaling. And, you know, obviously, it increases the pulse that's going to produce growth hormone. Do I think there's other ones out there that are a little bit better? Absolutely. Do I think there's things that can change circadian rhythm? Yes. Epithalon would be one. You can only take that twice a year, so that's something we would do, and it would dramatically probably change your sleep architecture.
Also, D-SIP right now. We got D-SIP X, the sleeping thing we have here. It's injectable sleeping.
Yep. Delta sleep inducing peptide. So D-SIP is back, and that is our therapy of the week. And that was another one I was going to talk about that you hit it right on the head.
Yeah.
That's a really, really good one for sleep. It's a precursor to GABA. Really, really awesome stuff. All natural, non-addictive.
And it's gentle sleep too.
Yeah.
This is not like taking the pain medication or an opiate or a severe. It's not like taking some severe
or narcotic. I
mean, narcotics that they prescribe for. You know, it's not
like Ambien or
it's not gonna. Ambien's gonna have you hallucinate. It's not gonna. It's like a gentle fall asleep. You don't have to worry about falling asleep as you're walking down the stairs, or
you might not even get REM sleep.
Yeah.
So even there's a lot of people that take like Tylenol PM. And
they're just zombie. They're just not even sleeping. They're just.
it does. It really flickers their eyes. Like Shrimps used to take it. So at that point, like I used to watch her, like just the wide eye shit. I'm like, whoa, what's going on here? You know, and not getting into good REM sleep. And the REM sleep is what you want. You want that deep sleep. So you got to do it. You got to get it. If you want your gains, you want to feel better, you want to feel refreshed, REM sleep is what you're needed.
Because I know a lot of times people used to take NyQuil.
Yeah.
And then now they have, like, I'm like, why would you take NyQuil if you don't have the stuffy nose? Like, oh, now they got ZQuil. They just made it, just the sleepy part of it. But still, it's not the same. It's chemicals.
Can creatine cause water retention, and that looks like fat gain? I mean, it could cause some water retention, possibly, depending on you. You're not drinking enough water, I mean, it just is what it is. It might be a bad, I don't know, a bad brand. I mean, I don't know. Creatine's like,
I've always heard that. I've been taking creatine and researching creatine for 20 years.
yeah,
I've always heard that it causes water retention, but I've yet to actually see it. The water retention that creatine is going to force is it's more in the muscle.
It does. It goes into your muscle.
Yeah, it's not going to be sub-Q water. When people think of subcutaneous water, that's when they get smooth.
Yeah.
They lose their definition because it's underneath the skin.
Yeah.
Creatine actually makes your muscles look better and fuller.
Yeah.
Whenever I take creatine, I can still stay lean. I don't lose my definition.
Yeah. And increased strength.
Yeah, so it's like I always hear that creatine causes water retention, but I've never actually seen it. If someone's eating clean, then it's even more reason why they're not going to really get water retention.
That's what I'm saying. So
if you eat McDonald's every day and taking creatine and drinking regular milkshakes,
pop, whatever, you're gonna get water retention just from that alone. Just from that alone. So, I wouldn't just blame creatine for water retention.
I do 25 grams creatine every morning in my shake, whether I put it in a shake or whether I put it in my juice. 25 grams, but it says serving size on the container says 5 grams.
Yeah.
So I'm taking 5 times that, and I haven't had any issues. And people can do high dose creatine, but just you don't want to overdo it. You don't want to do like 40 grams on an empty stomach. Just slowly taper your way up. I've yet to see it get people fat or water retention.
Right.
And another thing too with creatine, it actually affects women. I'm not sure if that's a woman. It actually affects women's brain and their cognitive function better than it does with men.
Really?
Yes.
I know it does for guys too.
In terms of like your cognitive function, all that, it actually affects women. It's like stronger for their cognitive function. So mental clarity, all that, it's not just about being big, having muscles. Like creatine helps a lot of other ways.
Oh, definitely. For sure. All right. Can ashwagandha worsen hormone balance? Well, lowers cortisol to extreme. That's what I've seen through blood testing with me, my son, and a couple other people. So if you're going to use it, then I would know like where my cortisol level was at, because you don't want it to be too low. Obviously, you don't want it to be too high. If you're really stressed and stuff like that, there might be a dose where you can take where it just knocks the edge off and doesn't take you too low.
Never tried, never used it.
So I wouldn't recommend it. I'm just telling you guys, like I've seen so much bad stuff from ashwagandha, and it's pumped by every supplement company now. Every free testosterone, this, that, like. I'm telling you guys, it's not worth it. There's a lot better stuff than ashwagandha out there for sure. Okay, so if CJC truly optimizes growth hormone, why do some people see better sleep and recovery, but no body composition change? And why does that tell you? What does that tell you about the real problem? What the real problem is? This could be hormones. This could be something else. This could be testosterone. This could be estrogen. This could be a lot of different things. And that's maybe they didn't change your diet. Their sleep and recovery might be better, but their diet might not have changed.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you tell us somebody that's taking this, that's doing the right things, and then I want to see what's going on, or make sure the foundation of hormones is correct, and then make sure that you guys are properly doing your exercising and all that, and we'll see the body composition change, guaranteed.
Yeah. You have to add it. Look at your body before you took it, and do exactly the same thing. Put it and then see the difference.
Definitely.
Just like what John said. I mean, you're not gonna take anything and see a difference in your body unless you're actually like. I mean, you may if you're like extremely lean, but I mean,
might lose a couple pounds.
But that's only the person can tell. We can't tell.
Yeah, hell no.
So I mean, you're not gonna. You can't just like if you're taking something to change the composition of your body, you can't just take that.
Right.
Oh
hell no! You gotta eat. You gotta train. And we're talking about these things over.
It's almost like that people think, oh, if I take this, can I get leaner and get stronger? Yes, you can, but why not combine it with a good diet? Doesn't mean you could cheat.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get CJC and eat like crap, but I'm still gonna look good. No, Like
You want to
doesn't work.
change your composition? Take CJC 1295, wrap around with a GLP and watch your body change without you doing anything.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't recommend that. I would recommend taking those things possibly, but together. But I wouldn't recommend not doing the essentials. But people do. People get the body composition change. That's not the right way to do it. It's the wrong way to do it, and it's a cheat code. But at that point, there's people out there doing it. So I'm not gonna say it's wrong, but you're not getting the full results that you really, really are wanting to get or could get, and you're not getting the strength. Definitely, you're not going to get stronger by taking a GLP and CJC 1295. You're not going to go in there and lift 100 pounds. You're only lifting 50. Let's put it that way, right? You gotta literally weight train. And I'm not going to say go the heaviest. I would go as heavy as you possibly can, or maybe 70-80%. But at that point, doing something with weights, I don't care what it is.
Yeah.
You know, I really don't.
Yeah, because a lot of times when people say body composition, they're saying, I want to get toned, I want to get toned. Like,
what does that mean, right?
You can't tone fat.
Right. Right.
You can't tone fat. So the tone has to, you're toning a muscle.
Right.
The muscle is what's giving your body a shape for your legs or arms. So you have to have some type of muscle. You can't just, you cannot tone fat.
And you get a confusion. Well, I'm going to turn muscle into fat. Well, no. You're going to lose fat and you're going to build muscle, right? So if you guys don't understand that, muscle doesn't just like body comes to transform into, you know, fat doesn't transform into muscle and vice versa.
Yeah.
What's going to happen is you're either going to gain or lose fat and you're either gain or lose muscle. It just is what it is.
It's like a recomp. The thing is with me and John, we've been in this industry for so long. They're like certain terminology. Sometimes I have to actually like sit and think, okay, if I was watching like
when we were kindergartners,
if I was watching like, you know, something I have no clue about, sewing or something like that, they'd be like, oh yeah, make sure you spin the wheel. I'm like, I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
So when he talks about body composition, people talk about turning fat to muscle. I think what they really mean is a recomp.
Yeah.
And recomp, what that means is, say if you're a guy and you weigh 210, but you're a fat 210 or a sloppy 210, you want to change that fat to muscle so you could still be 210 but look fit.
Right.
So that's not changing fat to muscle, that's just recomp.
Right.
So I think a lot of times that's what people think.
Yeah.
They think, oh, I don't really want to get bigger or small, but I want to change this fat to muscle.
Right.
You just want to recomposition your body.
Right.
So the scale is the same, but the, you know, just like what John said, if you could simultaneously burn fat and build muscle at the same time with diet and therapies, like your life is literally going to change.
Absolutely.
Like not just change in the mirror, your life will change. Once you start getting fit, and your life will literally change. People, when you walk into a room, people will treat you different. Your posture, if you have a suit on, you're in shape. You're running a meeting. People look at that. You can't be. I think Ben Pekulski had a good. He said the other day, Ben Pekulski. I think he was talking with Mike.
Yeah.
And he was basically saying like you can't be great at business and have a great business and be a fat slob.
Right.
Like you have to hit it on all levels. So it's kind of like people don't realize once you get in shape, your body, your life changes.
It does. So I've been watching this show. It's been on Hulu or whatever it is. It's really good. It's called Beauty, and it's by Ryan Murphy. He's made a ton of things. Nip Tuck was one of them. Show it and with Ashton Kutcher. Yeah, that's what it is. And basically, what it is the analysis of the synopsis of it, I guess, would be is there is a drug that you take and it transforms your body into the most beautiful version of you.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a super cool series.
I might have to watch it.
And then once you have the drug and you've changed, now if you have sex with somebody else, it spreads like an STD and then they change.
Yep.
It's been super cool.
That sounds like it's gonna happen. No, that sounds you know how like The Simpsons, Netflix, they'll talk about it, and the next thing you know, hey, look what happened. That sounds like
it's super cool.
So people can get a hold of that and be like, okay, I want to have, you know.
But they said that,
or if someone wants to have a kid and the kid be
going along with what I'm saying about the business side of things. The business side of things is this.
You know we're live.
Of course. I got you.
Sorry, but
it's all right. We'll get the phone in a second. So what they were saying on the show was, and this is a pretty good statement, I guess, because it goes right along with what we're saying. It says that beauty is the oldest form of currency. Think of
it. Makes sense.
It does make
It
sense.
makes sense. Yeah.
It makes sense.
Back in the days, the pyramid,
dude, the most beautiful.
Cleopatra got all the benefits.
That's it.
Had the nicest house and all the rubies and food.
Bro, you think about it.
It's true. Yeah.
Beautiful girls get away with a lot more shit than me and Drew would get away with.
Yeah.
Even though we're pretty. All right,
Yeah.
we're pretty. All right, so don't take that from us. But you know, I mean, you just look at it. Like if you're pretty, well, people are probably gonna let you do some stuff that maybe they wouldn't let the overweight slob looking guy or girl out there. They're probably gonna pick the 10 girl or the 10 guy before they're gonna pick you.
And a lot of women, they don't realize what it's like to not be attractive, because ever since they were like younger,
Yeah.
they were like the pretty one in the class.
Yeah.
So they got benefits
Yep.
from being in class,
Yep.
and they got older, and they got
Yep.
like they don't realize what it's like to be. What if that woman now is 400 pounds and unattractive face, just unattractive, all around.
Yeah. And it happens.
They even do those experiments where they have like a woman put on like a fat suit.
Yep.
To see the difference.
Go out.
Yeah.
See how it is.
Or a woman become a man for a day and they can't deal with that either.
Yeah.
That's a whole
true.
show.
It's so true. It's so true.
Benefits. That's the oldest currency. I never heard that.
Beauty is the oldest currency, form of currency, and it is a true statement. You got a good body, you got a good look. I don't care if you're broke on the street. You could probably go get a modeling job. You could probably go get some sort of job just by your looks.
Yeah.
And that's whether you have the skills to do it or you don't. Because people get hired all the time. Girls, guys, they have no experience in it.
Yeah.
But whoever just liked them.
It kind of goes hand in hand, like with other stuff too. Like, if you're a guy and you're 6'8" and you're 300 pounds, you can go get a security job.
Yeah.
You can get a bodyguard job, even if you don't even.
You might not be the worst fighter ever.
But it's because of the way you look, your presence. It's like, okay, so women get like,
And you can have some 5'6" guy who's a triple black belt.
Yeah.
Probably beat up everybody like Bruce Lee.
Has like the best sharpshooter. He's got tactical this and that. Like, nah, man.
I'd rather have that guy.
Yeah.
Because it's a touring. It naturally is. It's like a touring, right? So, I mean, it's just, I don't know. It's just crazy. It's crazy.
Tall. I was watching something that says men that are taller, like they get so much more
successful.
Not successful, but like they have that more of that present. Like if a guy's 6'6" and in shape and walks into a room, he'll get the same type of treatment in terms of you can skip the line or can I help you first as the girl that's really attractive. Like, I never really realized that. I'm 6'3", but I never really realized like if I was 5'7" in the same build and everything.
Yeah.
I may not be sitting right here right now.
It's literally if you
I may not be sitting in this chair if I was 5'7".
If you stand out in one way, shape, or form, and that could be beauty, that could be what you're wearing, whatever it is.
If Michael Hearn was 5'5".
Oh, dude. Yeah, he would not be on all those.
He'd still be just as impressive in terms of his physique and what he's done, this and that. But it's just like even some of the Olympia guys. I mean, these guys would destroy me on stage. Like I can't even compete with them on stage. Yeah. But when they walk around and they don't really have that presence, they just look like a short, stocky guy from the gym.
Right.
But then you see bodybuilders who don't even compete that are 6'4", 6'5", 6'6".
Yep.
And all the cameras are on them.
Yeah.
It's kind of like
So
it's crazy.
I thought I'd bring up an oldie but a goodie because it was a funny thing that I've been thinking about lately. So we live in a world where, and I'm not taking any sides on this. I mean, obviously I have my own opinion on it, but we live in a world where people thought there was multiple genders and couldn't answer the question if women are the only ones that can have babies and such. So I was thinking back, I was like, man, this is so ironic and so crazy that it happened back then. And I'm surprised nobody has brought it forward, because I haven't heard anybody talk about it like on the news or anything like that. But so, I don't know if you ever seen the movie either. So Arnold Schwarzenegger, Dan DeVito were in a movie
They're pregnant.
Where a male has a baby.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
But nobody's, and it's got to be 20-something years ago, if not farther than that.
It's probably farther.
It's probably like 30.
Think about 20 years ago. We're 2006.
Yeah, it's probably like 30 years ago.
Yeah.
And they had this thing, and like everybody, obviously that was a joke and satire back then. Everybody thought that or knew that. But today you have some people that are, I guess, misunderstood. But it was just a funny thing. I was like, because I seen the movie pop up, and I was like, oh my god! I was like, this is crazy.
Like, what are they gonna do when men?
This is actually happening right now.
Yeah, when they're actually when they're having men are having babies. Like,
well, they're thinking of
it's like they have this like what is C-section deliveries.
You can't do it. There's no. So this is why a biological male cannot have it. They have nowhere to place the baby in their body. There's no womb. A female's body is made biologically to hold a baby. A male does not have that space.
But the thing is you know how it is. They can create space.
I guess so, but you're gonna put vital organs, the stomach, intestines.
If they're gonna change sex, then they might even
play God.
People are really that.
I guess. Listen,
I don't know what word to use, but to be able to have a sex change.
Well, I mean, even if you made space, they don't got ovaries. And they don't put ovaries in a sex change.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're never gonna have anything that produces eggs. Now, if he's right, if they make space, and maybe they can, maybe they can't, you could probably place something in there.
Or unless it gets to the point where they could slowly, just how now they're,
but it's still
all the processed food is making our estrogen lower and
so that's
lower. If there's something that they could, like now they talk about transitioning with estrogen and all that, or if there's something down the future where there's a pill or an injection they could take where they slowly start growing a womb, they slowly start growing breast tissue, they slowly start growing ovaries, and then once they get to a certain point, they go to the doctor, and the doctor says, "Hey, look, now you're ready. Now you could." It might. I mean, who knows?
I could definitely see evolution and stuff like that. So there's a couple different things where they've looked at males right now, and males are Y chromosomes, right? Females are X chromosomes. So they're finding out that these new generation males, the Y chromosome is lessening. That's not good.
That's bad.
That's not good,
That's
right?
bad.
And they also have in. So it was in the same article. They were talking about these frogs, and these frogs, by evolution, have transitioned from male into female, or have both sex organs now.
Yeah.
So it's crazy. We'll see mutations, all this
stuff. You never know, maybe 50, 100 years from now, you have people that are both.
Yeah.
What are you? I'm male and I'm female. I have both organs.
I guess that's binary, right?
I could impregnate someone, and I could also have a baby. I'm both.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And then next thing you know, 1,000 years from now, everyone's both.
That's crazy.
And we're gonna be like, yeah, back in the day, someone used to only have one. Like, and it's getting crazy.
So
take me to Mars with Elon.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm talking about. So in the UK, we can't do anything to the UK patients right now, but hopefully in the future we will. I know we're looking at like Dubai and stuff like that for like an orogenesis for the regenerative side. I'm sure the peptides and all that will follow. So we'll see, and I'll have more updates as that comes.
Billy, if you have anybody here in the US, if you have a job here, a house here, friends, family here, we could ship. They could ship to you. So if you have a location in the US, we could ship to them. I know a lot of times you may know someone over here, or sometimes people have businesses here. So
Yep.
We just can't ship. I mean, I know Titan, they just can't ship them. Like, they can't ship it to you.
Yeah, literally the pharmacies.
Yeah, but they could ship. I know the pharmacies will ship it someplace over here. Then once you get it, you can do whatever.
Unless you're military, and they'll have an APO address, which is like a United States address, but it ships to overseas. So we got so many different soldiers that are different countries, but they have an APO address.
So they can still get it.
If you're the we got a ton of military that sent. It says it's APO. APO is like their normal American address for here, military wise, and they ship it over there, and they pass out whatever. So I got all kinds of guys in the field, man. Big shout out to all the guys out there doing their thing for our country for sure, because it's been a crazy. It's last couple of days been kind of crazy. Crypto, like all this stuff, has just been crashing. Gold, silver, like all this crashing.
Went down for a while.
Yeah, it's nuts. I mean, so we live in an unpredictable time, and you never know what's going to happen. So, at that point, do the best you can every single day. Try to live life to the fullest, and try to plan out, the future. But know that you might have to adapt or audible.
Yeah, be able to think for yourself too. You're gonna have to think for yourself. You're not gonna be able to Google search and search. If all that stuff goes down, be able to think for yourself. Be able to navigate. Be able to move around by yourself.
Yeah.
People go GPS. They follow the blue line all day long. They don't even know how to get 5 miles to where they're going every day.
True.
What happens if your GPS goes down? Your phone goes down. Now you got to get home. You have to get someplace.
You're right.
So it's not like when we were a kid. We just had to figure it out.
Even back in the day, man. Think about it. All your buddies, you memorize all their cell phone, or it wasn't cell phone, their house numbers.
Yeah. I remember my little crush I had from elementary school. I can remember her phone number right now.
Yeah. I mean, I can remember my telephone numbers from back in the day. All of them. So
say on the light.
Or after school, just no one being home at the house.
Yeah.
And you just drop off your book bag, grab a snack real quick, and then leave.
Yeah.
And come home when it gets dark.
Yeah.
Just imagine right now if you don't know where your son's at.
It's about
Back then, there was no cell phone to call and check. We just trusted. We just trusted us.
I
Come
was
back in 5 hours. You're riding your bike, going on adventures, getting drinks from the store, grabbing a bat, knocking down branches, breaking glass bottles, jumping over the creek, getting skinned up.
it's true, man.
Flicking people off, throwing eggs at a car. All this could be a
true.
regular day.
It's
And
true.
no one knows where you're at, and all you do is come home. And you come home, and it's like you try to get home at a certain time, and then that's it.
Man, you're absolutely right, and that's how it
Yeah,
was.
every day was an adventure.
That's how it was.
It was an
That's how it
adventure every
was.
day. Take me back.
Yeah, it's just funny. And so, I mean, yeah, I don't know if kids can't do it or worried about it. I know we got about 5 more minutes left. So funny story real quick because this is kind of funny. So my buddy's driving, stops at a stop sign. There's 2 kids. Lets them walk across the street. As soon as they get to the other side of the street, one of the kids turns around, throws a rock, breaks his windshield. You know what he does? He jumps out of the fucking car right then and there and chases them down. He said it was just like the movies. He was gaining on them.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fucking get you, motherfucker. You're sorry. I'm gonna get you guys. And dude, he in one lost his shoe. He grabbed the shoe and threw it over the fence.
Wow.
He ended up-
You don't see that anymore.
No,
I remember getting chased a lot by like store owners and
dude, he literally got a hold of one of them.
whoa.
And he threw him over his shoulder, and the kid started to cry. Rape! Or he's like, "You saying it was rape? Beat your ass." He threw him in the back of the truck bed and took him down to the police station.
Whoa.
I was like, "Good for you, bro." He's like, "They caught me at the fucking wrong time."
Yeah.
I was like, "Dang!" But that's real world consequences.
Yeah.
Though. You mess with something before
Yeah.
you said something to somebody. You better watch out.
Yeah.
Whether it was at school, I'm going to catch you out after school.
After
You
school.
better believe
Yeah.
they're going to be there, and there's going to be a crowd around them saying, "Fight, fight, fight!" And
Yeah.
you're gonna duke it out.
And now the kids egg you on. So now a kid will do that. His friend will be like, "Hey,
Yep.
throw the rock,
Yep.
throw the rock."
Yep.
They're just waiting for you to do something, which
You know?
is what helps you in that situation.
Yeah,
Like,
so-
look, he threw the rock.
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
There's cameras everywhere now. You can be like, "Hey, check the street cam. Kid threw the rock."
but if somebody talking junk about you, whatever, you better believe you're gonna meet them or they're gonna see you one time, and at that point, it's gonna be resolved.
Yeah, messing with people in cars is not good.
Dude, it's not good. You already got
The
it.
most mild-tempered person who've never seen
Yep.
yell ever.
Yep.
For some reason, if they get that road rage, people get
And this guy's a
killed.
pretty calm, cool, collected individual.
Yeah.
Like he's not like that type. So when he told me, I was
Yeah, I'd be pissed too.
I was laughing, but I was like, dude, that's hilarious. Because that's what would happen back in the day. I don't see it happening anymore because people are so scared. And,
That sounds like a movie. Like, remember that movie, Stand By Me?
Mm-hmm. I
Old
do.
school. That sounds like a movie like that, like
Yeah.
adventure with the kids.
Yeah. But so yeah, back in the day, people would definitely they would handle their business. Now it's a whole different story. I seen that like somebody got arrested for in the state of Florida for like throwing a ketchup packet at somebody.
No.
Yeah. I seen this other lady, she got arrested. She was in Orlando at one of the big hotels, the Rosen. And this kid was in the water. They were playing the pool. The kid dunked her kid. So she dunked that kid, and she got arrested for it.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Can't do
You
it.
can't do that. Especially in the water.
Yeah, you got arrested.
That's
She got
dangerous.
arrested.
That's
So back in the day, think about it.
Yeah.
back in the
Dunk
day.
your ass. And then listen, if it was somebody that wasn't supposed to dunk you, did it, then your dad would come over and beat the hell out of him.
Yeah, I remember going to my friend's house and like, if he get in trouble, I'm getting my ass too.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't. It's like, what are you guys doing? I remember one time we're playing the game. It was like so late. His mom came in the room with the belt. She's like, "What are you guys doing?" She started hitting him. She started hitting him, and I'm just sitting there like. And then all of a sudden she just starts hitting me. What am I supposed to do? Nowadays, yeah, she started beating both of us. We're playing the game, and it was like 4 in the morning. We were like little kids. Like we stayed up the whole night playing the game. And she took the controller. So then I brought my own controller. So it was like back in the days when they used to do stuff like that.
Yeah.
Beating him with the belt, beating me with the
That's
belt.
how it was. Your neighbor would take care of you. See you were doing something.
Sometimes one of my friends' dad like backhanded, and then all of a sudden he went like this to me. I'm like, what? Like,
Yeah.
get out of here.
Yeah.
Nowadays, no. Nowadays, people don't even do that to their own kids.
No, you get in trouble, bro.
And that's the reason why you have kids now throwing rocks and stuff like that. Like,
Yep.
what? Like,
Because they don't get checked.
they don't get checked.
They don't get checked.
Their mom's probably making them stand in the corner and,
Yeah.
let me take your tablet away for 10 minutes.
Yeah. So listen, this weekend, tomorrow, Saturday, Cars and Court Tour, 15th annual Dollar Collector Scarlet Edition at the Motor Enclave. presented by you know who, Titan Medical Center, and we'll be there in a full effect. It's going to be cocktail hour from 6 to 8. 8 to 10 is going to be the fashion show and full dinner. There's going to be a full dinner, full spread for this thing. So it's really crazy. So we're going to be out there in full force. We got awesome fashions coming at you guys. It's done for a charity for Jacob's Touch, which is great. And you know, me, a couple of Titan guys will be out there, and then a whole bunch of the Titanettes are going to be out there rocking the stage.
It's gonna be good.
We're going to be first one to come out there. I think we hit the runway at like 8:30.
Perfect.
So
Good.
should be great. If you guys have not get your tickets, I think there's still some tickets available. I don't know what VIP is. So go get your tickets, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, it's a good little event too. Real quick, it's a good little event if you want to come like with your wife or your husband or whatever, just hang out. You know, it's just chill.
Yeah.
It's not a lot of like, you know, chill, hang out, mingle with some good people. Jacob's Touch Foundation.
Yeah, Jacob's right there. His dad and mom are great people. You know, and it's you know, it's great for a great cause. And there's gonna be a whole bunch of cool people there. And Motor Enclave is a phenomenal venue.
Yeah.
I can't say enough about the venue there. It's gonna be great.
And then the cars, that's just the whole.
The exotics gonna be there, ridiculous.
Bugatti.
Yeah, Bugatti will be inside. Like, there's gonna be
Was
obviously.
that Pan? Was it? The Pan.
Jesus.
Yeah, there's all these weird.
Pagani.
Yeah, that's
Pagani. Sorry,
Pagani.
I had a brain fart there. But yeah, Pagani. I mean, you know, we're gonna have crazy cars there, but it's gonna be a great event. Great people for a great cause. So come out and join us tomorrow, 6 to 10 p.m. Motor Enclave Cars and Couture 15th Annual Gala, Scarlet Edition, presented by Titan Medical Center. So we'll see you guys there. Anything else, Drew?
That's it. Just make sure you guys hit the bell so you're notified of videos like this. Check us out on the podcast, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. Like John said, we'll be back next week, 2 p.m. for Titan Lifestyle. Big Dru and my brother John. We'll see you next week.
There, guys.